Hello everybody and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital, where today we are going to take a little stab at Smogley. And Alec and I have been talking, we're quite interested in whether he finds meltdowns easier now, and whether I find Smogley easier, having done the opposite hospitals first. Because I'm going to have things that he didn't have when he did Smogley. Like I've got rooms researched that he didn't have researched. But whether I'll get patients with those disorders, I'm not sure. I could always mark it to bring them in though, which might bring me some cash in. Interesting. So, welcome to Smogley. Based just outside the city, the mayor is keen to help develop the area. Currently this means it receives a generous supply of two things: pollution and patients requiring surgery. I'd recommend building up a teaching hospital and training some surgeons. Surgery requires a qualified doctor and a nurse, but brings in big bucks, so it's worth it. And we've got actually kind of quite a nice building to start off with. That's not a bad building compared to what we had in the meltdowns. We had this tiny little building with like junk everywhere. This is quite a nice start. And we've got 250,000 to start with. So, not too bad. Not too bad. So I'll probably just start, I mean, the obvious thing really looks to be a nice big reception desk along here. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to try and make sure I build more toilets this time. I know I was being a bit like stingy with them last time. It was just such a small space though. I just found it difficult. Right. About that side, I reckon. Hatch could go to the side there, which means I could have room for pods down each side eventually. I'm going to build for expansion, I think. Put 2 pods there. And hire an assistant, so we can start getting people in here. We don't really need someone with marketing skills quite yet, so Jennifer Funkle, you will be fine to start with. You've got a good handshake. I like it. I like someone with a good handshake. Why are you telling me this after I've done it? Then we're going to need a GP's office. Now, I'm going to start off making the GP's offices a little bit smaller and a little bit less prestigious. Oh, this is a bad place to have this now. In fact, I'm going to have it like that. It's not practiced in this hospital. I love it. So I'm going to do a few things to make it nice. A few medicine cabinets, actually, because they really, really help. And they're all like, there's no doctors here. We need a GP's office. Sheila needs to remember how to turn things around in this game. Okay, so that's prestige level 3, just with a bunch of medicine cabinets and a desk and a filing cabinet. That will do. Okay, so let's hire a doctor, just a general doctor who can do some general practice. And no one can do general practice because they all suck apparently. So why don't we just get a basic student doctor to go and just work in the GP's office for now. Also, I'm slightly wondering whether we could like turn reception round. Oh, it's gonna look all screwy. Could move it backwards a tiny bit though, so that I can at least get the door in a bit more central. Yeah, that'll do. I will probably slightly change up the doctor's room before I completely put a coffee machine and stuff like that in there so they don't have to get thirsty. That sort of thing. Okay, let's keep it playing. Keep it playing. Got some items to the corridor now. Get the patient to wait and I will make a general diag. I'll start making the rooms a little bit smaller then as well. That's a prestige level 1 room. What it'll have to do to start with. And we'll just put in a nurse. I will be going back to these rooms and changing them all. Oh wow. You're really good at so many things, Pedro Gherkin. I kind of do need you, but you are wasted in general diag. I'll have to remember that as well. We have a similar thing, so why don't we build some toilets? And then maybe some training rooms and stuff can go on the other side. Sinks, hand dryers, just the basics. I feel like at this point we don't want to be too flashy. That's kind of what sunk me last time, I think. A ward is required. Get the patient to wait. Now I could actually put a ward in like here. Have the hospital kind of snaking around. That would work actually. See how we've got the money for everything we need now. That'll probably be alright for just a starter ward. I'll probably move it and expand it a bit later. I'll have maybe 2 changing screens. So I'll leave room for one and I'll have like oh right, okay. So if I want beds there. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. I just need to move these over a tiny bit. That's all it is. There we are. And then probably get another screen in still. Ward. Right, I'm gonna move my friend Pedro Gherkin to the ward because he's a very good ward nurse. He's fantastic actually. So that'll be his job, and I will hire somebody else to work. Mandy Knuckles, you can go and work in general diag. We can upgrade our easy scan. That would be nice if we had a janitor that could do it, but we don't have any janitors right now because we've only just started. You look good. Doc Brown to the roof? What? That's got to be a joke, right? And it's got to be from some film I've not seen. Bed face system being discovered. Oh, we'll go for treatment in the ward. Fine. So this is quite good. Got a nice little area here. Let's put some benches and stuff down though, because no one's got anywhere to sit right now, which is awful. But then again, also, I would say we're 5 minutes into the episode, so it's not that awful. The benches will fit there nicely. Okay, so I want a couple of like drinks and snacks machines. Possibly right by the door might be a nice place for them. Out the way. Drinks and snacks. Possibly put in the newsagents soon as well, but I'll see if I need the space more for hospital things first. I don't know that why a toxic waste bin is more attractive than other bins. To me, it looks ugly. Super ugly. But if that's what they think, then fine. I would like to upgrade the easy scan if someone can do that. That would be nice. So we're down to 180,000 out of our 250,000 so far. It's not too bad. We made a loss of 12,000. That again isn't too bad considering how much we've built. So we need to train 10 staff and cure 15 staff in surgery. So let's have a look about getting a surgery room. Some of our oh no, our patients are freezing. We need radiators. Okay, let's get radiators in. So demanding. I don't know. Some of them are probably too hot now, but never mind. Put one in there, there, and in ward. I probably need a large radiator. Can they still get into their nurses station? Oh yeah, they can go around that way. That's fine. So what's the thermal comfort like now? Seems alright, except for maybe I could do with a little radiator over there. In fact, I could move that one to the end of the corridor there. Now, they should be warm enough now, except for in the toilet. I want a small radiator in the toilet, I think. I don't remind someone to feel relaxed. They either are or they aren't. Many, many companies could do with learning that lesson. Okay, so there's some of the corridor items I can put into the rooms to increase their prestige without actually kind of doing too much to change the rooms. So one thing that I can do that with is putting plants in. Display skeletons, things like that. I'm going to put a lot of bookcases and things into the training room to try and get the training faster as well. But at the moment, what I want is a coffee machine. If I can get one just here. I might not be able to. No, I need to edit a room. Which I don't really want to do. We got any queues anywhere? No, we're good at the moment, so we're good with our one GP. Probably would be good to hire a backup doctor though. Pearl could do genetics. Ooh. Radiology and treatment might be useful. But we'll hire Tommy Juggle, and then what I'm going to do is build a little training room. Minimum on it is 3x3, unfortunately. I'll pop it over there. We'll pop a few little benches in it. We'll see how we do. Probably expand it a bit later. Or put more training rooms in, depending on what I want to do. I could do with the radiator as well, because I always forget those for some reason. Little radiator, because it's only a little room. What are we doing for thermal comfort now? It does tell me somewhere.
We hope you've enjoyed your stay.
This is information, overlays, overview. Right. Oh, we only lost 4,000 last month, despite building quite a lot of stuff. That was good. Total annual wage bill, 120,000. Patience. Lots of patience. Log. Well, I'm trying to see where there's a... There used to be an overall thing for thermal comfort. Fredwood McBoatface. 9 patients at the moment. Doesn't this all seem so manageable? I could do with another assistant as well. Someone with actual customer service skills would be good. Even if they are terribly dull. Okay, so what I would like is for some GP training to start in there. For some reason, I've really struggled to get anybody trained as a GP. But they are blank canvases, these guys.
This is Harrison Wolf, and you're listening to 2 Point Radio. But you already knew that. Let's start the show with this uplifting little number.
Okay, there's no one in General Diag at the moment, so while there isn't anyone in there, I'm going to do a little bit of messing around with it. Basically put a few medicine cabinets in and maybe a coffee machine. If it'll fit. Doctor could have one as well. It'll help everyone be a little bit less thirsty. Oh, I should have put one in the ward as well. Okay, they also need a staff room. Because, you know, I don't think they deserve one or anything, but, you know, they seem to want one. Oh, I should have put this on the other side like I did with the ward over there. That would have been so much neater. I always think of these things later, don't I? To be fair, he hasn't showed up yet. It's a train, so why don't we move the room? In fact, the training room should be here. But I think I'm going to want a slightly bigger staff room, so I could have 2 reasonably large rooms over here. Have a cafe even. Ah, my surgery. Well, having surgery would be a good start. And we need turtle head. Okay. And we could do with things like just basic psychiatry and things like that, but we haven't been asked for any of that, so I will put the staff room in first. I don't know if they deserve one, but. A 4x4 or a 5x4. Let's do a 4x4 to start with, and we'll again. There is room for expansion on both the ward on this side and the staff room on that side, if we want. You want a TV? You probably do want a TV, don't you? Go over the other side like that, and then we'll put like a coffee table in. You can have that in front of your sofa. You can have a lamp just to read by, or whatever you want to do. That's a nice prestige room, actually. Prestige 3 staff room. I don't think that's a bad start. Okay, I like this hospital so far. It's very nice. We've got lots of room to prestige up that room as well. Right, you learning to be a doctor yet? Who's supposed to be teaching you? Ah, there's Huggles. Okay, cool. I thought I'd asked Huggles, so I was like, I hope I have. It would be great to work in a really spacious environment with lots of luxury furnishing. Get a level 5 room. I could try and do that for your staff room if you want. How long have I got? 180 days to make it level 5. I shouldn't really accept things like that early on. It makes me spend money that I shouldn't be spending, but it's already level 3. Could do with being a bit more beautiful, shouldn't it?
Medium to large hull.
Give them a dartboard. That gave quite a lot of prestige. Maybe a punching bag. There's a few things to do in there, basically. A luxury snacks machine. That would give a lot of prestige, I think. It's expensive. What kind of drinks? Luxury drinks machine as well. Yeah, those are showing appreciable levels of. I'm actually gonna put that on a slant if I can. The alt, no control, no. There we are. Yeah, that's looking cozier, isn't it? It's still not level 5 though, by a long shot. There's some expensive stuff in here.
Patients are reminded that this is a workplace, not a theme park.
Trophy case in there. What else is small and prestigious? Skeleton. Stop putting fountain in there, like. It telephone might be nice for their staff room, actually. Like, who has a telephone? This must be like a 90s hospital. Look at the TV and the telephone.
Microwaves. Let's talk microwaves.
Let's talk
just
microwaves.
Think about this for a moment. Would you heat up your porridge in a nuclear reactor? Of course not. But that's what you're doing every morning. Sticking your breakfast in a radioactive waste machine. Be smart, people.
Okay, I'm trying to get this to be a nice place, but it's hard. There's not enough stuff to put in here, like... A window in somewhere. No. Lockers. Don't take up too much space, but... A single beanbag is 400. Yeah, we can have beanbags all over the place, actually.
Patients must pay for good health.
Our staff room looks amazing! I want that staff room in my house. I don't even know what's going on in the rest of the hospital. This is why, as I say, I really hate things like this, because it makes me focus too much on getting this level 5 amazing prestige room instead of doing what I actually should be doing. Let's make the room larger. That will increase prestige, right? Apparently not. Maybe put some more trophy cases in. They are good for prestige, if nothing else. Have a display skeleton. It'll do nothing in there, but it's worth like 1,000. It's a very expensive room now. What else can I get? I'm just gonna pause it because yeah. Spending way too much time on this. Gold Star Awards. Yeah, they can have their awards on the wall. We'll just imagine that lots of them got awards. Oh my goodness, this is the key to prestige, isn't it? A Gold Star Award. You all have gold stars. Look at that staff room, guys. That looks cozy. It still has that Wallace and Gromit feel though, doesn't it? Definitely. They'll be happy in there. And in the meantime, my GP queue is absolutely massive. So what I wanted to do was just to quickly copy the room across the other side. And once my guy's trained up in GPing, if that's even a word, there's an invalid radiator there. I think, did the room come with a radiator? Yes, it did. I don't know why you're getting chucked out of there, because that's where you need to go. And upgrade the easy scan again to make it more effective, so I will. Cool. Well, I've got a happy GP out of making that a massive room. Sally Fig Blanca's latest county roundup just went live. She doesn't say much about the hospital except that it exists. Alright, staff training required. I want you to do general practice with Huggles. Okay, so we're down to 98,000 because of this staff room, probably. Like I say, I want that staff room. It's amazing. So So let's get some corridor items out here so that people are a bit less bored. And probably put like a bookcase or something there, or a little magazine rack or something. Yeah, maybe a magazine rack. Just so they've got something to read if they want. And make the place a bit prettier as well. So maybe a few pictures on the wall, that sort of thing. I like the more expensive pictures. How about a gold star award out here actually to show them how amazing everything is. It does increase attractiveness as well. And then some nice contemporary sort of art. For some reason it always reminds me of my mother, who was a nurse in a private hospital, and they always had paintings like that on the wall. To show how contemporary they were, I guess. Cheese bottle one.
If you see anything suspicious,
Just above the benches, that looks quite nice, I think. If you see anything suspicious, please investigate. I've got quite a lot of kudos. I wonder if there's anything I can buy with it. An arcade machine. That will keep everyone entertained. An indoor fountain.
maintenance announcement. Plants need water.
Do I want an indoor fountain or do I want an arcade machine? I think I want an arcade machine. It's a Sega one! Awesome! Sega! Oh, it does as well. It's got Sonic on it! Oh, fantastic! No one's ever going to be bored ever again.
Bins will become full.
Put a few down everywhere. Everyone can play Sonic the Hedgehog. There is no need to ever be bored again. And it makes me a bit of money as well. It'll pay for itself across the life of the hospital, right?
2 Point Radio's roving reporter Sally Fig Blanket visited some local hospitals for her latest piece.
What we like for attractiveness anyway. We're starting to get there a bit more now.
Just as soon as we figure out how to show it to you.
I think what
over
I
the
could
radio
do as well is I could edit reception to have a few flowers on actual reception. In a fancy gold vase. Just on the corners maybe, like that. This does not fit there. Kind of there and there. I'll make everything a bit more attractive. I'll make it a bit more symmetrical as well. Oh good, general practice is done. Awesome. This bit's not very pretty though. Could almost do with the whole sunflowers by the door thing going on again. I don't like putting too many plants in. I mean, yucca might do. I did make it a lot more pretty around there. Sunflower would have had a bigger range. But I think that'll do. Most of the places they're going to walk are quite beautiful now. I need to do that to some of the rooms as well though. Right, staff promotion. I would love to give you a promotion and train you up to GP2. There's a ward emergency. Sure, let's try it. My ward's only very small though, so it might not. And it's quite full as well actually. Yeah, I am quite enjoying Smogley at the moment. Janice needs to fix it. Why do you need to fix a bin?
Maintenance announcement.
Could make the ward a bit bigger. There's a big queue for the ward now. I do have enough money to expand. I mean, I've not found this half as difficult as 50 grand, 35 grand for some small increases. Yeah, you know what? Ah, we do have to wait a few days for some of the size increases though. So a second ward might be a good idea, but I'm not going to have that in time. So we'll just have to see how they can do. It would be worth building another ward, yes. Or making a bigger one, but I have to be careful with emergencies early on. We made a profit though. This is so much easier than Meltdowns was. Super easier. Okay, that is nearly done. I could nearly build another ward. And I need to get started on surgery as well. So I'm thinking, build a nice big ward over here. We could even have a little ward and a big ward or something.
Outside of Jumbo headquarters in
And we could get surgery in here as well.
Picketing there, so come and join us. In the meantime, our sponsor Jumbo Nuts would like to remind you just how tasty their product is.
Minimum size 4x3, so I can get that in there actually. I could move it and expand it if I need to later. So we've got this little doohickey here, and a changing room there, and a little doohickey there. That's all I actually need. A wall monitor might be good. Medicine cabinets might be good as well. I'll pop a wall monitor over there. Okay, so we need a doctor with surgery qualifications. So I would like to see if we have one for hire yet. We do. Harry Bigley. Okay, so you can be a surgeon. Also, I'm going to need a surgery nurse apparently. A nurse is required. And a nurse will need to do surgery. So why don't we get a nurse that's got a bit of treatment and a spare slot, put them straight into training, and train them in surgery. Ah. Okay, I take it that the nurse doesn't need surgery, then just the doctor does. So maybe some training and treatment too would be good. And I'll hire one more nurse as well. I'm spending a lot on training, I know this.
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine service.
I'm gonna hire someone like this one, just to help in surgery for now. I don't even know if I've got anything that needs surgery at the moment, but you know, it's there if it's... We do need to cure them in surgery. I don't know. We need a fracture ward. No, I can't afford one. Mandy Knuckles. Can't be trained at the moment, but we'll train you in a bit.
We're close to award season.
Yay, award season. I bet I've not done very well. Well, that is the first time I've had that. I went a whole year without a single patient death. Wow. Pedro Gherkin improved a lot this year. Okay, it seems like someone's been making a bit of a mess over there. Where are our janitors? We actually made a profit despite building surgery, which is amazing. Put a couple of benches outside of surgery as well. I don't know how we did with the ward disaster. Are we coping? No, we are not coping at all. So I'm going to build another big ward over here. And maybe some of the guys that are waiting can go in this big ward. I kind of feel like the ward needs to turn around the corner. It's not going to be the easiest thing to do. What? turn that round? I seem to have magical turning round skills when I don't want to do it. Maybe I actually accidentally hit X or something. But I'm kind of thinking that to fit in the hospital right, it's going to need to be like this. Or something. So that's quite a large ward, actually. You get like quite a lot of beds in there, I think. Quite long and thin, though. I could build lockers or something around there. So lots of people can come to this ward. I would like to hire a few nurses for this. Ugh. Terrible nurses. But we'll see. I'll keep an eye on the hire screen until we can get a new nurse and see if they're any better. They seem pretty chipper with their new staff room and all. They're all coming over to the new ward. Yes, they are. Fantastic. Because otherwise they're all just going to die. Because they're going to be waiting too long for the ward, so... I'm not sure where they're... Oh, they're standing here. Okay. It's not like there's not a bench right there. Or anything. But sure. Okay, I need radiators. I need more changing screens in there, but it's better than it was. Gotta give me that. Have a nice big radiator in there. Maybe two. I think you need 2 large radiators in this room. And just 1 normal radiator in surgery. Maybe a large radiator out here. Just keep it basically toasty.
Don't forget to tip your nurse.
Tip your nurse? I would have had a way better childhood if my mother had managed to get tips. For being a good nurse. She was an awesome nurse. Right, anyway, we have our first turtle head patient by the looks of it. Havak was showing me these guys. I'm not sure why they're going to the ward to get diagnosed. I haven't had a single request for a pharmacy yet, you know that. I was waiting. I managed 5 out of 6. So this new ward is working well, but I do need a nurse that can be good at... Oh, Pete Asher. You. And Julia Wang. You. Oh yeah. So this ward does probably need an extra nurse in it. I don't want Aurora Odyssey in here anymore. I'm gonna go and have a quick look at the staff lists, and I'm going to just make sure that, like, why is my surgeon working in the GP's office, for example? That is one thing I do not want to happen. Necessarily. But I certainly don't want these guys working in surgery. I mean, that's... I suppose if there's no one waiting for surgery, then having him working in the GP's office is not too bad, but he shouldn't really be in there. Are the queues bad? No, they're not really. I'm gonna disallow it, I think. Okay. And also, yeah, I want to do the nurses as well, don't I? So, staff. Job assignments, nurses. So the only ones I want in the wards are the ones that are good at ward stuff. So I don't want any of these guys in the wards. They can go elsewhere, but not the wards. This one can only go in general diag. Maybe surgery. No, surgery probably benefits from treatment, I imagine.
Good patients try to behave like human beings. That means you.
That means you. Staff training required. Jennifer Funkel. So let's see.
Course complete. Class
Oh,
dismissed.
yes, very nice. So what are you trained in now? An extra treatment. Fantastic. Oh, did we have our first death? Who's died? Ouchie. That was our first death. Okay, the GPs are back to the GP's offices now, so that's a little bit better. See, we could almost do with the autopsy report that they had in Megaquarium. This one died. Okay, right, so why? You had bed face. And the chance of success was 82%. Your health was good, your happiness was good. And it's just bad luck that that failed. So that's okay. That's fine. But yeah, I'm liking this hospital. But I think, having built everything, I mean, we do need surgery patients and turtle head patients to try and get this 1-star hospital. We are getting towards training and everything like that, but it's been a kind of slowish start. But I haven't used all my money up. People are warm. The hospital's pretty tidy and pretty, and they've got a nice staff room. The staff seem pretty happy. Nobody's threatening to walk out. So I think so far, so good. But yes, I hope you will all join me again next time, where we'll try and see exactly what we need. I don't really know. I've not had anybody that needs surgery at the moment, so maybe a marketing department might just pull those people in. And then I need to try and find out what I need to do to cure the turtle head patients, because I don't think that is surgery, but obviously I've not done any of this stuff before, so I'm not really sure. I will find out. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more 2 Point Hospital, please subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime though, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.